You like my glass? I like my glass. Hey guys, so it's 1:30 in the morning and I'm drinking a glass of whiskey because I felt like it. So I read a story the other day about this band called Cabbage. It's real stupid. All I can think of is just like smelly farts and like smelly soup. I guess it's an apt band name because these people are literal trash. So this band opened for Kasabian. There was a story that came out about the lead singer as he's up on the front of the barrier of this show, sticks his hand down his pants and jostles it around like he's jerking it, like takes his hand out of his pants, shoves it all in a girl's face, all in her hair, essentially just like fucking putting his junk all in her face. She spoke up about it and her father was there and he spoke up about it. It was disgusting to say the least. The band released a statement basically like adamantly denying it, and there's been so many people who have been like coming to their defense, be like, oh, we know them, they're like really awesome lads, they're super chill. And I was like, whenever I see the term lad, they're like, oh, they're a lad band, they got a lot of lad fans. I feel like lad is like British code for like douchebag. Like, am I wrong? So this band is now trash. I don't care how good your music is. When you do it to a fan, you're trash. And also like a female fan, like a young female fan. And that is what I wanted to talk about today. Being a girl who goes to shows, dealing with bullshit on a constant basis. Cheers. See, my glass says, the pussycat. I feel very lucky living in Seattle, in a town where there's like a thriving scene of like female musicians. Like there's a fuck ton of girls and bands around here. So I feel very safe and very protected in this atmosphere and in this community, but that's not the case everywhere in the world. Because of this news story, I found out that there's like a group in England, Safe Gigs for Women, where they work with venues and festivals at like making sure that girls feel safe at venues, which should be like the most basic bullshit thing to do. It's a show. You should feel supported and you should feel comfortable. You shouldn't feel like you're gonna get assaulted at any moment in time. That should be a good time. And getting harassed, assaulted, violated, not only by like other people at the show, but by the band members themselves. That is disgusting and that is horrifying. And I've been feeling particularly vocal about this shit lately because of people like Bill O'Reilly getting fired from their job. I take a little bit of a petty, sick joy in his pain and in his struggle and in his suffering because like he's a terrible person. Like he's horrible. Like if you've seen the highlight reel of all of the things he has said to people of color, about people of color, to women, about women, any number of things, he's despicable. And because he's like the most successful cable news political newsman like in history, which I still don't understand why, seeing his empire crumble and seeing Fox News' empire crumble beneath their own sexism and their own misogyny, it feels real good. And I think because of stuff like that happening and because of our Cheeto-in-chief, people are feeling more just like, all right, I'm gonna say something. I'm not gonna stay quiet, because while I don't know if it's happening more now or if people are just talking about it more, I love that people are being vocal about it and people are not afraid of talking about experiences that they've had where people have either harassed them, assaulted them, full on raped them. It's uncomfortable. Yes, it's very uncomfortable to talk about and uncomfortable to bring up and uncomfortable to see on shows or talk with coworkers or talk with people that you know. It's not the easiest thing to talk about, but anything worth talking about to solve problems is not going to be easy. Know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to make change, if you want to solve some stuff, it's not going to be easy. The pussycat. See YouTube? See advertisers? I said pussy. What was I? I made notes. I literally made notes on my phone so I could stay on topic and cover everything I wanted to talk about. Okay, back to music. Girls need to feel safe. We already face sexism and misogyny outside in regular life all the time. If you go to a show that you paid to see, that you paid to get into, it's bad enough like avoiding people wanting to buy you drinks and be creeps, let alone like who'd have thunk that you would get ball sweat and stuff rubbed all in your face? I am so upset about that. Like, if that band had any sort of future, they don't now. And I'm not just saying this because I was a teenage girl once and I listened to music when I was a teenage girl, but teenage girls, as much as I like to shit on them about various things, teenage girls love music and things so unabashedly. When it comes to music, they really like it. Like, they really care about it and like it and will spend their money and will beg their parents to go see them. That is how the Beatles became a thing, because of teenage girls. Teenage girls should be protected at all costs. Speaking of teenage girls and their important role in music, Harry Styles performed on Saturday Night Live like last weekend. Mr. Former One Direction, which I give zero fucks about One Direction, like I never liked them. I found myself really liking Harry Styles. I'm like, I'm not supposed to like Harry Styles. But Harry Styles said the most beautiful thing in an interview with Rolling Stone, because he was their cover boy this month, and not gonna lie, he looks real hot. Like, I feel so weird because he's like 23 years old, like, oh. He was questioned over how pressured he felt to prove himself as a serious musician with an older crowd. And his response made me so happy. Who's to say that young girls who like pop music, short for popular, right, have worse musical taste than a 30-year-old hipster guy? That's not up to you to say. Music is something that's always changing. There's no goalposts. Young girls like the Beatles. You gonna tell me they're not serious? And I'm just gonna read word for word what Teen Vogue said, because like Teen Vogue is killing it lately. When we tell young women they're a monolithic So needless to say, it's desperately sad when some bands who are pushed into a stratospheric rise by their young, predominantly female followers forget their roots. Just look at Zayn Malik, who has notably distanced himself from One Direction, and 5 Seconds of Summer, who were rightfully called out for suggesting that gaining male fans was the level up they needed to get that music biz legitimacy. That's fucked up. When we tell young women they're a monolithic mushroom cloud of crazy for loving music hard, we're stoking the fire of misogyny that fuels a male-dominated industry when we should be celebrating them. We're making girls hesitate about picking up that guitar themselves or jumping into a fan forum of like-minded people where relationships bloom. We marginalize and stereotype those who more or less control popular music as it is right now. Wow, that is poignant as hell. Thank you, Teen Vogue. The larger theme of this video is that bands, venues, festival curators should respect the hell out of female fans, out of young women picking up instruments and booking shows. They're the ones that buy the music. They're the ones that care so much about their favorite band. I am the best example. I have a huge group of friends that I met on the We Are Scientists message board almost 10 years ago, and they're still my favorite band, and I still talk to those people all the time. I still consider those people some of my best friends, all because of one band. When young girls especially are not made to feel safe at venues and not made to feel protected from people around them, and especially band members, then everything collapses. It should be celebrated and not said that, oh, like getting more male fans is gonna get us more like serious biz in the music biz. Fuck you, 5 Seconds of Summer. Fuck you. You're only famous because of teenage girls, so like, fuck you. This was the weirdest tangent. It was talking about Bill O'Reilly, and I ended up talking about 5 Seconds of Summer. 6 degrees of Abby today. I don't know. So, the moral of the story. If you're a girl and you go to shows, and if somebody does something to violate you, to even just disrespect you, don't take it. If you're by yourself, and if you're young, and if you're vulnerable, and this person is intimidating and possibly dangerous, don't do something that will put you in danger. But if somebody's just being a little shithead, if somebody's just being a little dick, don't take it. We've seen what has happened when people stand up to people these days, and that more people talk about it, and it becomes a domino effect when more people feel empowered to speak up and talk about these things. So don't be afraid, because it'll just spark more people to not be afraid. And it feels powerful to like talk back to somebody who was being a real asshole. It really does. And carry pepper spray, because the world is a dangerous place. But for today's song of the day, I'm gonna finish this first, actually. For for today's song of the day is going to be Sign of the Times by Harry Styles. Fuck. But yeah, Sign of the Times by Harry Styles is your song of the day. If you haven't subscribed already, please do that. And if you have, click the little bell so that you can get notifications when I upload, because it's sporadic right now because life. And check out my last video that I uploaded. I don't remember what it was, but because it's 2 in the morning, so I'm gonna go drink some water. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.